good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on the time you're watching this video. My name is Ojok Eric, and I am a year 2 student at Makerere University. Today I'm going to present on the philosophical and practical critique of a sign language to text and audio AI system. This is not just a software engineering project, it is a project that connects artificial intelligence with real human needs. At the same time, it pushes us to think about big philosophical questions like, can computers really think? Or are they just simply pretending? In the next few minutes, I will take you through how the system works, what it achieves, and also its deeper limitations from both a technical and philosophical point of view. This project is about an AI system that translates sign language into text or audio. It works by using cameras to capture the hand movements and patterns of a person signing. Then the AI processes those images and converts them into written words. The main aim is simple but powerful: to help the deaf community communicate more easily with people who can hear. Imagine how many barriers this can break down in schools, hospitals, and everyday conversations. But this system also makes us ask deeper questions. If a machine can see, process, and translate human signs, does that mean it is actually thinking? Or it is just mimicking intelligence? These are the kinds of questions that make this project both technical and philosophical at the same time. When we see this system working, it looks very smart. You sign something and instantly it gives you the correct word or audio. But does the computer really understand the meaning of what was signed? The answer is no. This is what philosophers call weak AI. Weak AI means that a machine can act intelligently, but it doesn't have any real understanding or consciousness. It's like a calculator. It gives you correct answer, but it doesn't know what the numbers mean. Our sign language system is the same. It has no feelings, no awareness, and no understanding. It's just following patterns it learned from training data. So while it looks smart, it is not truly thinking. To understand this better, let's look at a famous idea in philosophy by John Searle called the Chinese room argument. Imagine someone locked inside a room with a big rule book. This person doesn't understand Chinese at all, but whenever someone slips in a question written in Chinese, they use the rule book to find the correct response and pass it back. To the outside world, it looks like the person inside understands Chinese, but in reality, they are just following instructions without meaning. Our AI system is exactly like that person. It can translate signs into words, but it doesn't know what those words mean. It can only give the illusion of understanding. Another limitation of our system is what philosophers call the frame problem. The AI works very well in controlled conditions, like when the lighting is good and when gestures are the same as the ones it was trained on. But the moment conditions change, the system struggles. For example, if someone makes a slightly new gesture, or if the room is dark, the computer may fail. Humans don't have this problem. We can adapt instantly because our thinking is flexible. This shows that while the AI looks smart, it cannot handle the messy and unpredictable nature of the real world like people can. This brings us to the big future question. Could a system like this ever truly think? Some experts argue that the human mind is like a computer program. If that is true, then maybe one day we can design a machine that actually thinks. But for now, our system only uses math and statistics. It processes inputs and outputs, but it doesn't have insight, creativity, or imagination. Think about how a child learns. A child doesn't just memorize. They imagine, they ask questions, they make mistakes, and grow. Our AI doesn't do that. It simply repeats patterns it has already seen. So while the technology is powerful, it is not the same as human thought. Another way to look at this is through Howard Gardner's theory of multiple intelligences. It describes 8 types of intelligence, such as spatial, linguistic, musical, emotional, and social intelligence. Our AI system only uses a few. For example, it uses spatial intelligence to recognize hand movements and linguistic intelligence to turn those into words or audio. But it completely lacks emotional and social intelligence. Humans, on the other hand, combine many intelligences at the same time. We not only speak words, but we feel emotions, understand context, and connect with others on a social level. That is what makes our thinking so rich. If we ask, can this AI really think like a human? This answer is no. It is missing too many forms of intelligence. Here is a simple way to understand the difference between simulation and reality. Imagine a picture of fire on a screen. It looks real, but it can't burn you because it is not truly fire. In the same way, a computer may simulate thinking, but it isn't actually conscious. Our sign language system simulates intelligence. It looks like it understands science, but in reality, there is no awareness inside it. It has no sense of meaning, no emotions, and no idea of what it means to exist. Even with all these limits, we should not dismiss the system. It has a very important practical value. For example, a deaf student could use it to communicate with a teacher who doesn't know sign language. A patient in a hospital could use it to talk to a doctor. In these cases, the tool is life-changing, but at the same time, we must remember that the system is just a tool. It is not a partner in conversation, and it doesn't share meaning or emotions with us. It simply translates signs into words. That is its strength, but also its limitation. In conclusion, this project shows power of AI when combined with real human needs. It can help break barriers in communication and make life easier for the deaf community. But it also teaches us an important lesson. Computers do not really think. They process data and follow rules, but they lack creativity, emotion, and true understanding. Philosophy reminds us that while AI is useful, It is still just a tool. It can never replace the richness of human thought, human feeling, and human connection. Thank you very much for listening. Have a blessed day.